Welcome to XRP After Dark, exclusive rabbit hole news, documenting the great wealth transfer, nightly at 7 p.m.
You see me, man. 2019 burst, baby.
Yeah, the burst.
I wouldn't have put it up, man.
I like that cup too, man. That's amazing. I'm gonna have to get one of those.
I'll send you one, no problem, man.
Oh, you're a great guy.
Customize it. I'll put your name on there and everything, man. Make it look good.
I'm honored. I'd like to welcome everybody to XRP After Dark. You never know who's going to show. Guys, we got a very, very special guest on the show tonight. Mr. Level Up Awake himself. Woo!
What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, I'm so honored that you came on, dude. Really quick, I've been running a reoccurring theme. I've been running a reoccurring theme for the month of October that were more bullish than ever before. And you actually really caught my attention with your XRP burst warnings. And then I seen your video today that it is possible for XRP to reach its all-time high within a 10-day span. And that's actually something we've been covering lately. So, hopefully we can go into that. We got a lot to talk about, guys. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Mr. Level Up.
Yeah.
How you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm having a good day.
I love that shirt.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I always, this is my Ripple one, man. I have a couple other different ones that I've been making myself because I'm all about the burst. So, and a lot of my followers, there might be some that are on the channel now. It's my burst logo I created there. So anyways, I don't know, man. I'm just a thinker. I'm a digger of the pattern guy. So for those that don't know, I don't do standard TA, but I know a lot of times people will be like, oh man, your TA is terrible. Yeah. I'm like, I don't do TA. It's really CA, which is cycle analysis. So what I've been doing is spending countless hours and days over the last, I've been in the game since December 9th, 2017. So I caught the beginning of the third burst because there's three bursts, which we'll talk about here in a second. And I've been following and educating myself pretty much every hour, man. This is my phone right here, and my chart is locked to me. So I've been putting in a lot of time, a lot of thinking. So I'm an algo guy. I feel that there's an algorithm here. I think that there's a pattern that actually has been copying, and a lot of people see it now too. At the beginning, I got a little bit shot down because I was this new guy saying that there's an algorithm, stepped out on the scene, a lot of hate. But I just, I believed in what I was finding because I was putting in so much hours, man. I really was. Wow. And to comment on the whole 10-day thing, and it's not like a guess.
Mr. Level Up. Don't give him too much too fast. Don't give him too much too fast. Guys, right. I got to highlight this a little bit because this is something we've been talking about here for a while now. All month, guys, we've been talking about the price of XRP actually being able to go to its all-time high and beyond within a 10-day span. And this is going to kind of go off what me and XRP Venture was talking about the other night with, we were actually highlighting, we were just talking right for the stream, the tweet from Rachel Lee. They said that basically, why would they want to see the price of XRP $2, $3, $4? Because they now would convince too many people or, put too many people onto what XRP is about to do. So, guys, we're actually going to go into this 10-day theory. We're going to go into a lot more theories with Mr. Level Up, that's for sure. But first, I got to give a huge shout-out to everybody that's here, my brother. That's for sure. Everybody always says, you do too many shout-outs, but I love my family. Brett Garlinghouse, Handle, Thomas Karen, Crypto Insomniac. Good to see you, Insomniac. Staff Sergeant, my brother, good to see you. Crypto Nation 589, BC Matrix, he's here. Drake 309, Steve, Jake Kills, good to see you, my brother. Eric Overly, TR, Carl Eric B, Level Playing Field, GXRP, he's here. We got a lot of people here. Crypto Insomniac, Level Playing Field. Danny Loft is a legend. Come on, Danny. You know I love you, bro. Let me see. Legendary 9309, One Rough Rican, Cat Loves Dogs, Carl Eric B, Crypto Farmer, XRP Venture, Miz all I see is XRP. Guys, I'd like to welcome everybody to XRP After Dark. If you guys can please hit them, smash up the thumbs up and hit that subscribe. Like I said, guys, we got a special guest on the show. A lot of people might know who this is without no introduction. I see GXRP, you already have a fan here. He said, I love Mr. Level Up. He's a smart dude.
Tell myself what's up. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that. Oh, XRP Venture is here. What up, Venture? Good to see you, my brother.
What's up, Venture? Yeah, we follow each other. What's up, man?
Actually, Mr. Level Up was just talking about you, Venture. He was like, yeah, Venture's amazing. I was like, yeah, Venture's a good dude. Oh, GXRP, thank you so much for your contribution, my brother. Have no fear. FOMO is here. Shout out to Mr. Level Up. Woo!
Dude, you know back in 2015 when we peaked, before we went into a bear market. So we went into a bear market in 2018, right? At the top at January. That's where we hit the top of the channel. There's like a big weekly channel. I have it here. I'm looking at it. Okay. We hit the top of that. We went into a bear market. Well, that exactly took place in 2015, right? Okay. So in 2015, there was a bear market, which we just went through the same thing, identical. Okay. And then it got to this point in the pattern where I kind of, people like, they laugh about it, but I call this the only way I can recognize it. There's like 4 hills, then a gooseneck, and then it burst, right? A burst. Well, that's what happened in 2017 in March. When it burst and it got all the way up to the all-time high, the peak of that 2015. So, how did it do that? It did that in 10 days, which is why I said earlier, like, Chris, it can get up there in 10 days. Yeah, it'll get up there. It can get up there in 10 days. 10 days. It was, my fault. it was designed to do that. They packed the green candles at the beginning. It's not this opportunity that, hey, it's starting to climb, I can get in and make gains. No, it's either you're in or you're not. And if you're not, well, then it goes real quickly. It just goes real quick. And it'll climb real quick, and that's the way the algorithm, because it's an algorithm at play here. Yeah, exactly like what you're saying. You know, that's one big thing that kind of caught me off guard when I was talking to him on the phone. Is a lot of people say they read technical analysis, right? Mm-hmm. And what you're saying is there's actually a pattern. Mm-hmm. So you know, it's not technical analysis so much. You're basically comparing the patterns, and historically, you know, this is most likely what's going to happen because of it's happening over and over, like history repeats itself, right? Is that basically what it is? Or very precisely 100%, because I can show 2.5 years of a pattern and I'll stack the one that we're at now over it, and I do that in my videos. Okay. And it's drawing the same thing. Now, a lot of people, 50% of my followers, because I did a poll, they can't see it. Some of them can't see it. I don't know if they just haven't spent enough time staring at it, but it's there. And you can't look candle for candle, because I think that's what a lot of people do is they look candle for candle. Don't look candle for candle, because the candles are not going to match identical. However, at that point, you're going to see a very similar wave that takes place. And the reason why is that there's always going to be, there's new people coming in, there's retailers and stuff that are actually buying and selling, you know, let's say XRP, right? Well, that's what customizes the algorithm. So the algorithm is designed and it's ran by a supercomputer, by a bot. This is my opinion. It's my theory. And it's printing this, right, to control it, because they're about to bring something big into the world. They can't just not control it and just let it go free, going crazy, right? They're not going to do that. They're going to keep it controlled, right? Because it's slowly developing. They're going to enter this. And this is something really big. This is a global thing taking place, okay? So this algorithm prints, and there's actually points where it can draw down and stuff like that, but it's not going to be precise, because it the 2017 is not going to match identical, because there's now new people in, and us buying and selling and just people that aren't a part of the algorithm. That's what customizes it. So it's there, but it's not specific. And you can't look to say it's going to be specific, but I'll tell you what, it's drawing and it's copying. And we saw that today when it drew down. Yeah, I showed pictures.
Not to cut you off, man, but I also heard you say that too. What kind of got me excited is you said, like, basically, you know, before we have a big burst, you know, we got to have a pullback, right? And you're saying, like, basically today we had a big pullback. We're getting close to swell. Mm-hmm. Everybody says historically the market pumps before a swell. I mean, is this pullback kind of like a reflection? I like to call it the boomerang, me personally. You know, once you got a big pullback, you're going to have a big burst. Huh? I mean, is that what's setting up, or what do you think?
That's exactly what's happening, because once again, man, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I have spent countless hours. I'm not slacking, especially for my followers. I'm putting in a lot of time and I'm thinking a lot. And you know what? I'm passionate about it. It's kind of stimulating to me because I'm just like an analytical. I got OCD, man. I'm just like obsessive. Like I'm ridiculous.
You gotta
And I'm
be.
sitting there at the thing. So I went back and
'Cause I
looked
can't
at
read charts patterns,
every
but
every burst. I went back and I analyzed what took place. You can ask me like what did the pattern look like on December of 2017? I know what it looks like in my mind. You can go to April 24th and I'll tell you what it looks like. You can go to March 23rd, I'll tell you what it looks like. Okay. You can go to April 1st, 2019. I know there's a burst there. You can go to March of or actually May 10th, 2019. There's a burst there. September 18th, there's a burst there. I already analyzed every single burst and all the patterns in front of it. And you know what, man? They all draw down. They all do what just took place. And a lot of my followers know that. A lot of people do know that. So that has taken place, I was looking for, and I was showing it to my followers. And I was like, look, man, this thing needs to draw down. And I call it the next formation is a gooseneck. So it's going to go up and it's going to go over like that. It's going to climb a little bit. It's going to look like a gooseneck. All right. And then it's going to burst.
Woo!
That's what's going to happen.
I think I have an XRP agrees with you 1,000%. He said we about to burst. You got that right, guys. For everybody just tuning in, we almost hit 300 people in the stream. You know, guys, I got a special treat tonight. We got Mr. Level Up himself here tonight. Woo! And I had to bring him on the show, guys, because we said for the month of October, it's time to get bullish. And guess what? Mr. Level Up, he's bullish.
Extremely, bro. More than ever, just because I learned that pattern a little bit more and I put more time into it and I got a little bit better. And I did make my mistakes along the way, and I still get, kind of, shit on for a little bit of that. They're like, everyone will bring up like maybe a point where I made one mistake, but there's been multiple times. And once again, not to toot my own horn, that I have calculated to a small time frame and said exactly what was going to take place, and it did. And it's not anything genius. It's not like I'm some super smart guy. No, I found a pattern that copies, and I'm using it till today, and it's following it and it's doing it. So it's like easy to read. I'm like, oh, it's going to do this next, and it'll do it. Anyways, I'm bullish because
they said you're the burst king. Tony XRP says the burst king is here. Whoa, my fault. I'm sorry, Mr. Level Up. Go ahead. What was you saying,
brother? Dude. Hey, if the thing's manipulated, and a lot of people say that, and they'll tell me that like, hey man, it's manipulated. You can't see anything. I'm like, no, what I'm doing, if you want to know manipulation, you want to know how, you need to read the manipulation. So I'm reading the history of manipulation. And if you can learn the history of the manipulation and you can find the way it manipulates, well, then what can you do? You can kind of see what's ahead. So I'm able, in my opinion, to see, like, it's like the lights of a car at night. I can see the road ahead. And that's what I show people. And sometimes I'll make mistakes, but then give it a couple days, it'll draw because it's not exact. And sometimes I'm gauging my timing. That's the big thing with me when I do try to call things, is that I know that it's supposed to draw like this, but I don't know the size of it because the scaling's tough. So that's when they're like, this guy's always wrong. I'm like, no, man, it's about to, would you just relax? It's about to pop.
And it'll pop. The problem is?
Yeah.
It's because when you're thinking of scaling and you're thinking of the burst, you got to think about 10 times bigger. You got to make bigger bursts. Because here's my thing. It's one thing, people give us a hard time sometimes. It's because we live down the rabbit hole. We've been doing our research on XRP. We see all the relationships, all the partnerships. We see the potential. And I think everybody in this room knows the potential of XRP in the internet of value. Just like my buddy Doc just said, thank you so much, Doc, for your contribution. Time to ride that bull. XRP baby. And me and Level Up was talking about this. Ripple in DC. Like, whoa. If that don't make you bullish, I don't know what is. We're walking distance from the White House now, guys. Walking distance from the White House.
That's insane, man. We had the talks with Trump administration a while ago, right? Remember that?
We've been working with the Trump administration forever. Shout out to Tony XRPZ. Guys, thank you so much for your contribution. I really, really appreciate that. $9.99 and Doc with the $25 bomb. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Iron Man is in the building. What up, Iron Man? Guys, if you guys don't know, we had an XRP baby shower a couple mornings ago. I got to say it, Iron Man. Iron Man actually donated $600 in XRP to Rog's brand new baby girl. Iron Man, you are amazing, my brother. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't owe any of us anything. If you
Nah,
people
man.
don't agree with you, then they can stop following. Never apologize. Iron Man, I cannot thank you enough for that, my brother. And Iron Man, you're amazing. I'm with you on that too. A little. I'm with you on that, Iron Man. And like Mr. Level Up was saying, guess what? Sometimes we call things. People make mistakes. You know, when you make a mistake, we learn from our mistakes, and guess what? We perfect our talent, and it makes you want to try even harder. You know, making a mistake is kind of a good thing sometimes because it lights that fire under you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so
Definitely
much.
motivating, man.
Yeah, damn right. Thank you so much, Iron Man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Big Mike is back. What up, Ecstatic? Guys, one thing we're also talking about really cool. Matter of fact, can you just give them a quick background of how you got into crypto and what'd you say, December 2017? What brought you into crypto? And then after that, guys, we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Big BG today, MoneyGram. MoneyGram is starving for more
Yeah.
corridors. That's bullish. We're going to talk about swell. And of course, guys, I'm going to highlight it again. Mr. Level Up is here, and XRP can reach its all-time high in a 10-day span.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. And whether it's 10, I said it today on my video too. It's like whether it's 10, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's gonna it'll pop like that. It was designed to get up there real quick and not give a person an opportunity. To let you know how I got into crypto, man. Believe it or not, man, I don't know if he's watching. It's my buddy Rovell. He has given me so many little tips in life and says, hey man, you should look into this. And I get so like, I don't know, man, stubborn in my ways where I'm like, yeah, right. I was too busy building an app because I build apps and I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Written a couple books. I'm not trying to promote my book, but author. I like to create. I'm a thinker, and you know, he told me about Bitcoin, and I was like, I brushed it aside. It was early 2017 that he said that, and if I would have jumped in then and did my research and came across Ripple because it was called Ripple at that time, I don't know what I would have done. I probably because I was killing it in real estate because I work with investors. We flip houses, so I was killing it there, and I was making great
real
money.
Estate. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I got 16 years in that business, so that's what I'm trying to kick to some of my people. I want to help them out because that's where I really excel because I've been doing that for a long time. But anyways, I didn't listen to him, and then I went on a trip to Cuba, right? Because I like to travel. So I'm at Fort Lauderdale Airport, about to fly to Cuba.
Yeah,
and
you're a
this girl
Florida resident, right?
Yeah, I'm Florida.
No wonder you're so cool, man. I used to live out in Florida. I'm telling you guys, down south, they really got a thing called Southern hospitality. Seriously, when I lived down south, guys, I met the most amazing, nice people in the world. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm from up north here, and people up north, you know, we're kind of like rushy, horn, honky, like it's just like, you know, in New York, man, everybody's just like, gosh, it's crazy. You know, it's just so fast paced. But my apologies. Go ahead. Florida in the house. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I'm sitting at the airport at Fort Lauderdale, and this girl's like, "Yeah, man, she bought Bitcoin at I think 1,500." And I'm like, now I got another source bringing me this whole Bitcoin thing. So my buddy Rovell tried to tell me a while ago. Now it's resurfacing. Now we're about to be entering the third burst. So it's doing its retrace. This was probably October, right? October 2017. So as we're about to get on the plane, I jump on YouTube and I'm watching this. I'm trying to learn what this is. Like I see Bitcoin and I'm like, oh, there's this one called Ethereum and Litecoin. I was a dum-dum. I didn't know anything, right?
Okay.
So fly to Cuba, come back, and it's going, you know, people are still talking about it like crazy. So I go out one night with another buddy and he's like, hey, man, he brought it up. I'm like, gosh, man, this is what happens. Now the world's talking about it because they're pumping it all over the media or whatever's happening. That's what's happening. The media is doing it. So I end up downloading this Coinbase thing, and I buy this thing. I buy some LTC, some Litecoin. That was my first buy. And I'm like, oh man. And I was thinking that maybe it can go to the Bitcoin prices because it was only at $60. The same old stuff. So I'll fast forward it. So anyways, I start now. Here I go down the rabbit hole. I'm researching everything. I'm learning about this two-factor authorization. I'm on so many damn exchanges. It's not even funny, man. Some that are sketchy as I'd like dark web stuff, man. So I'm on and I'm trying to figure out how to buy. Like I ended up researching Ripple, and I seen a little bit of hate on it and stuff. And then I saw a lot of people saying that it wasn't going to go to $2. Oh, that's never going to go. It's always been, you know, crappy. It hasn't made any gains.
Yeah, so
they were clowning
on XRP back then, saying it would never go to $2. Nobody would use it, and this is before the all-time high, right?
This is before the third burst. So yeah, before the all-time high. So I bought Ripple, which was called Ripple then. It's obviously we say XRP now.
Yeah,
Ripple
exactly.
means you're still delayed. So I bought it on December 9th, and it was probably about 27 cents, right? And within 3 weeks, because I threw a lot into a bunch of them. I was I was all across the board. Tron,
Yeah,
Dragon.
me too in the beginning, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I made $50,000. Well, I won't say I made. I went up $50,000 in 3 weeks. And I remember I was in New York at the time when this was all happening. And then Brad was on Bloomberg when I was in New York. It was like on right before the New Year's Eve, because I went to the ball drop.
Photographic memory, I remember that. Yeah,
so he was on, and I'm like looking at my portfolio, and it's like, I'm like, holy crap, man, I'm up $50,000 in 3 weeks. I'm thinking this thing's, I'm a rookie, I'm a noob. I'm thinking this thing's going to go to the moon, still. I'm like, I'm just going to keep throwing money into this thing. I was. January 7th, 8th came around. Next, start of a bear market.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm still reading Twitter posts thinking that we're still going to go. Never did. So I have been in the game since I caught the first burst, but I've held, so I didn't cash out. And I'll tell you what, man, I've made some bad buys, but dollar cost averaging, I stayed in the game and I kept buying. I kept selling real estate and I kept buying. And I kept reading on TradingView and I kept learning and I kept researching. And then the chart stuff clicked in one day where I started seeing a pattern. I'm like, wow, I think there's copying itself.
Wow.
Long story short, that's where I'm at now, man.
Wow, that's amazing, man. You actually said some really good things right there. When we first got into crypto, I remember first, I got to relate my story too. I remember first getting into crypto, man. I think, I believe it or not, I think it might have been Litecoin. It was the first coin I bought too. And I just remember thinking, oh, this could be the next Bitcoin. But, the point of the story is I remember buying coins that that's when ICOs were going crazy. I bought a couple of those. I probably got so many tokens and wallets that I have no idea where they are. I wasn't keeping track of that stuff in the beginning. And, I was a noob. I didn't know what was going on. So, but now we're professionals. I like to say if you've been in crypto 2 years, you have your PhD in cryptology.
Yeah, right.
And actually, my 2 years is coming up next month. Woo! Hold on a second, my brother. Iron Man, the legend. It's so good that you're here. Have no fear. Iron Man, he's here. CKJ, I still need that XRP address for that guy. I got 15 scam emails saying they were him. That's exactly what they do to Iron Man. People trying to steal money from a baby are pieces of crap. You got that right, Iron Man. I'm going to make sure that I'll forward you Rog's information and the right address. Thank you so much for the $25. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. We got the legend King Blue in the house. If not,
I'll tell him I said what's up. I like that guy.
Who, King Blue or Iron Man?
Yeah, I love that guy. I think I donated something he was running not too long ago.
Oh yeah, King Blue. Oh, King Blue is a legend. It's not if, it's when. King Blue is bullish. Thank you so much, King Blue. I really appreciate that. Brian Marshall, level up. Is it possible for XRP to break out of the channel it's been following? We got a question from Mr. Brian Marshall. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate that. And I'm actually going to...
Can you fire back a question?
Here's
Is he
the
talking
question.
about the weekly channel? Is that what he's referring to? The big weekly?
No, what are you referring to, Brian? Can we get a little bit more detail? Level up. Is it possible for XRP to break out of the channel it's been following? And I'll look for your update on your thing, Brian, right now. About to find out right now. ECX is here. Brian Marshall, the big channel. Does that make sense? The big channel.
He's talking about the weekly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as breaking out of the top of it, I mean, that's, if you're thinking of the top side, I don't think we're coming. It's not going to go out of the bottom side. It depends where you lay your channel, but it's not going to go out of the bottom side because we're about to be bursting up. But if you're talking about the top side of the channel, if it does that, you're running into almost 4 digits.
Yeah, he said yes. He's talking about the top side.
The top of the channel. Okay. Yeah, if it did something like that, I mean, you're talking about a $1,000 XRP because the channel is running like this, right? So as time goes on, the top of the channel, which is where one of the points where I will be selling, because I have that exit strategy video I think you were talking about because you saw that.
Oh, guys, he has an amazing exit strategy video, guys. I don't mean to cut you off, Level Up. Go ahead, continue. Right. But guys, you got to see his exit strategy video.
So that exit strategy video, I talk about how I play the channel. So everyone's always like, how are you going to exit? How are you going to exit? So I do a pie chart and I divide my asset in let's just say 4. You can divide it in 5 and you break it up, right? So I always put a big amount away, and that's what the video will show you, that I'm not going to touch. Well, I don't say big amount. Let's just say I take 30%, 20%, whatever you feel comfortable with, and I don't touch it. That's long term. Okay. That's down the road, which will probably be triple digits or something like that at least.
Triple digits.
Yeah, triple digits. Because there's this big channel, and that channel's riding, and it's been riding since, I don't know, 2013, 14. It's been in that channel. Right. It's been a long time in that channel. This is a big picture. So this is not some small channel that we see on a daily basis that breaks. This is a big channel. So anyways, that channel's riding up. And as the longer it takes to get to the top of the channel, the higher the percentage is. Okay. The higher the dollar amount is. And I show that on the video. You'll see, like, I think it was January, I'm going off memory, January 2020, the top of the channel, if it got there that quickly to the top of the channel, it would be like, I think it's double digits, $70. But if you move it out a couple months, it turns into 132. Move it out a couple months, now you're at like 300. So it can quickly, the top of the channel quickly climbs to massive numbers, because that's just the way that the channel is running. So I
heard some bullish numbers in there, guys. I heard some bullish numbers. I think I heard January 2020, if everything goes correct, we could see 70, possibly 140. Now that's bullish. Guys, I noticed we got a lot more people here. We got almost 350 people in the room. If you guys can please show some love, smash some thumbs up, hit that subscribe. We got Mr. Level Up on the show. The main reason I brought him on the show, guys, is I noticed he's bullish as hell. I noticed he said XRP burst warning. I watched his video earlier. He said it is possible for in a 10-day span for XRP to reach its all-time high. And that really, piqued my interest, because when we had Venture on the show, shout out to XRP Venture, he's here. And guys, if you don't know, XRP Venture is going to be live streaming tomorrow night with Kevin Cage, after my live stream. So that's going to be bad. That's going to be badass right there. That's for sure. But we were also highlighting Rachel Lee's tweet, guys, where she said that, and it made a lot of sense to us, that basically they, like Level Up is saying right now with the algorithm, and it's possible that the elites could be controlling this process. They don't want to see XRP go to $2, $4. Guess what, guys? That would give you too much of a heads up. Burst incoming. Yeah,
burst incoming. It's going to pop like that. It's already done it. It's already done it multiple times.
Let's get it. Tell them, Digital Asset Millionaire.
Done it multiple times. Hey, I don't know if anybody knows this. I did a lot of research on Brad Garlinghouse. Have you ever looked back at what he did and the reason why he probably is the CEO of Ripple? Like, he's already scaled a technology in his prior years.
Oh, when he was
with Dialpad Communications. It ended up getting bought out by Yahoo. He was the CEO of Dialpad Communications. They had 2.5 million subscribers at the time. He scaled to 14.5 at that time. This was right before the internet was really, getting going. It was just starting to. And what that was voice over IP, which, have you ever heard of Vonage?
No.
Okay. Voice over IP is like the technology where what we're doing right now. This is voice over IP.
Okay.
He was a part of that technology being brought to the world. So he has been involved in stuff like this and has scaled something like this already, which is why I'm sure Chris Larson was like, yo, you're my guy. You've already done this. He's already done this before. He knows how to do this.
Wow.
I don't know if people know that, man.
Believe it or not, you just made me realize something. I'm telling you, must have done a rabbit hole video on everybody. I can tell you Chris Larson's whole career. Ryan Zagone, the whole team. But for some reason, I've never really done deep research on Brad Garlinghouse. I guess, he speaks for himself, really, as far as what he brings to the table. You can tell, he got that mojo. Brad Garlinghouse is the man, that's for sure. But that's amazing, guys. Actually, Level Up just dropped a breadcrumb on us that BG actually has prior experience of what you said, making a prior business scale.
He's good at scaling. He knows how to take something that is entry level, that is infancy, and mature it and scale it and become brought to the masses. Because we're using it right now. It's on Skype. It's in this phone. Voice over IP. It was coming out when the internet, cable technology, when cable internet was coming out. That's right when voice over IP. Right after that, voice over IP was, you were sending telephone communications through the internet protocol.
Wow, that's
amazing.
What's
taking place. Yeah,
I never knew that. Shout out to Ripple Army. Ripple Army says Mr. Level Up knows. Yeah, guys, I'm so honored to have you on the show, bro. I can't thank you enough for coming on. That's for sure. Hold on, that's Danny. I didn't forget about you, Danny. Oh, GXRP. I saw it. I really like it. Good job, Level. Oh, GXRP. Thank you so much, bro. Huge shout out to GXRP. Thank you so much for your contribution. And the legend Danny Loft is here. Mr. Level Up. When charting on TradeView, what are your preferred indicators, liner, stockistics, RSIs, or MACDs? Please give me the insight. Did you hear that question?
Okay.
Let me read that again.
Yep. Yeah, I understand it.
Okay.
So the three things I have is I have my chart pulled up, and then I have the MACD, which is what you're referring to, and then I have my RSI. So I just use those three indicators as a guide to help me make sense of what's going on with the pattern, what to look next. But I mostly, obviously, I'm following the pattern. I just look at that at times when I maybe get lost because sometimes the pattern doesn't replicate identical. So if you see the recent video I did today, I show you how I looked at the MACD to find a point in the pattern which has matched what took place today that I'm looking at right now. When it drew down, that's what helped me understand where we are at. So that MACD helped me. Also, the RSI, when you see a bearish divergence and you see it going down, I was paying attention to that because I was like, okay, we're hitting that. We're about to get to that moment where we would draw down because it was showing that divergence. So I use those two things. The other thing I do is I use the moving averages. I'll use the 200, the 100, and the 50. You'll see a yellow, a pink, and a blue line on my chart. So I use all three of those in coordination with all that. So that's all I use right now. I might use stuff in the future, fibs and stuff, but once again, I'm specifically looking at pattern because I want to know when a burst. I like looking for the burst, everything, because I'm a forest and not the trees kind of guy. I don't care about short-term stuff like this. I want to know if we're hitting all-time high again, if we're going past that.
That's
I think a lot of people, we're all trying to improve our lives. That's what we're all here. We're trying to invest into this technology, into this company's idea, Ripple, and this XRP coin that they're using with the software that they're creating.
Exactly.
We're trying to do and ride their coattail. I'm okay with that. They know that. I believe in them. That's what we do.
Man, I gotta add on to that, man. I don't know if you've seen the whole Brad Garlinghouse interview today. Guys, did you guys see Big BG today with Chris Bummer? Yeah, Chris Bummer really did drag it out, guys. Huge shout out to Chris Bummer, though. I actually got a picture with him. I met him at Consensus. He's actually a really smart guy, guys. He's a law professor, and he's actually good friends with Ryan Zagone. Him and Ryan Zagone been on stage before together. Maybe, I don't know if he was the best person to interview Brad Garlinghouse, but I think he asked some really good questions. He asked him about the price, what's the value of XRP, and he actually had some really good statements. We'll probably talk more about that tomorrow. But, one thing he did say is, this is a brand new, ecosystem, brand new asset class. Like he said, he said nothing's guaranteed, but we gotta try. Like, we're all trying, we're all busting our butt. We believe in this technology, and this is exciting times for us all. I think we all got that light bulb moment. Like, wow, this is the internet of value. This is a massive opportunity, and that's what Brad Garlinghouse said today. I was like, damn. Matter of fact, he said we're building something new. He was like, basically, it's going to be hard to predict which way things are going to go. But, I mean, come on, with the team. Like, for example, me and you was talking about it earlier. They kind of hinted that there was maybe 400 partnerships as of now. You were saying something about that.
It seems like when that video stated almost that it was like an additional, like, congratulations on your 400 new customers.
Yeah.
They already had like 250. So what are we approaching 700 now? Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. I didn't think about that either. Maybe is it 400 new or is it 400 total? You guys see that? That was crazy. We're actually going to touch on that right now, guys. We're going to touch on a little bit of the Brad Garlinghouse thing. And me and Mr. Awake here, we were talking about how Swell invited content creators from the XRP community. No, actually, Level Up had a really good scenario on why they would invite content creators. Care to share, my brother?
Yeah, man, I was with you on it. I think you guys, I got the idea from what you stated in the video that you did with XRP Venture. I was like, he's right. He's like, they're not going to bring, and I was thinking about it too. They're not going to bring these content creators and hand select these people and bring them out to Singapore, right? It's in Singapore, right?
Yeah, Singapore.
It's in Singapore, and bring them out there for this dull, like, terrible moment, right? Like, and they know that what they're investing in XRP and they're a fan of Ripple, they're not going to bring them there to something that's the price is going to tank or it's going to stay stagnant.
Exactly.
No, they're bringing it for there's a big moment, which I already feel that it's there because I'm an algo guy and I'm like, they're going to plant. It's already, it's prepped for, the algo is leading. It's all matching. Everything's matching. It's supposed to happen at this moment. And to bring those people out, like I think it's super cool. I think there's a lot of appreciation and gratitude that they're probably given. Are they using them as a portal to kick out stuff? You know, I don't know. Do you really think they're trying to really hit the retailers? Maybe, you know what? Even if they are, I think it's great. I think it's smart, you know, like, hey, these guys talk to a lot of people, man. If we want to get something out and get our name out there and now's time to go ahead and just pump it, then go ahead. We'll tell them, Fox News, everybody.
We'll
get everybody.
Guys, y'all hear what Mr. Level Up just said? This makes a lot of sense too, guys. And Venture did say the same thing too the other night, guys. But I want to highlight this because me and Level Up was talking about this. Like, as far as them guys inviting content creators from the XRP community to come out to swell, there's got to be a big announcement, Sir Gordon Gecko. What you think? But nah, guys, all jokes aside, they're not going to have content creators come out there for no dud. So I believe there's got to be a massive announcement as well. And they want to get the message out really fast. And so what's the best way to get the message out is through the Ripple Army. Ripple Army, baby. Tell them. So I think, guys, there's going to be a huge announcement as well. What you guys think? 1 second. Andy is the legend. Huh? Question for Mr. Level Up. Do you not think the channel will have a false breakout to the downside before going up?
We just kind of got that a little bit out today. I mean, as far as the channel goes, I think everyone has their channel positioned a little bit. I got mine at the bottom of the wicks. The wicks of this what was that? That was I'm trying to go off memory here. September 24th, I think there was a wick. I'm staring at the screen, and that wick is the bottom of the channel. And then there's also another wick down in the 2017 of March. All right, so I got that as my baseline. So on my channel, it's not. It could break down real quickly if it wanted to. We're still in that moment. If it's going to do it this week, is what I can tell you. It's going to do it this week because at that part of the pattern, the next moment, as I was saying, is to draw the gooseneck. So if this wants to play around right here for a couple days and drop one more time and then draw, that's fine. If it wants to draw right now, either way, the result is it's a burst that happens afterwards. And I'm not saying that just to kind of, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm doing this because I've researched this.
Burst incoming.
Burst is incoming. I've researched it. I put too many hours in to think that this is not happening. It's
what are you
once again.
Are you looking at like a chart or something or?
Yeah, I got my monitor with my dude. I'm not. I have the chart's always up. It's guys, never stopped.
This is for real. Mr. Level Up is the real deal, guys. You got this chart right there looking at it. You know, if you got your chart where you can just look over at it, huh? You taking this real serious. That's
27.2. I'm watching it. Yeah, I'm watching it. See what it's going to draw. We drew up a little bit. Let's see what it draws off that. There was one. I forgot. If there was something else we wanted to cover on the whole inviting people to swell. I feel that's it's
what was
really
the other thing? Was it the 400? Actually, I'm glad you reminded me. I think we were saying that there was 400 relationships or new partnerships, and I think a couple people just said Big BG tweeted that it was 400 employees. Is that right, guys? Is that what you guys just said?
Hold on.
Or do you mean we just passed 400 people on XRP After Dark? Guys, I want to welcome everybody to the show tonight. We got a very special guest, Mr. Level Up himself. I brought him on here for two reasons, guys. Reason number one, I said for the month of October, we're going to be more bullish than we've ever been before. We're excited about this opportunity. This is the internet of value. Also, guys, we've covered it. You got to go back and watch it. But he did highlight how we all believe that XRP do have the potential to shoot to its all-time high within a week or two, 10-day span. That's amazing right there. Really quick, Danny Loft, where XRP will go and how high it's going to depend on what the Satoshi value compared to BTC. This will be the main driver along with FOMO. What do you think about that, Level? He says when XRP will go as high is going to depend on what the Satoshi value compared to BTC. This will be the main driver along with FOMO.
I respectfully, I have to disagree. I take that back. I haven't looked into probably what the angle you're seeing it. The angle I'm seeing it, and this is where my one big point is that I went back and looked at what BTC was doing at the time XRP burst. And if you go and look at all those moments, BTC didn't do anything. There was no dump. There's no money going out of Bitcoin and going into XRP really. If there is, it's just somebody traders, retailers, right? That's not what's happening. And that's not why the dominance drops. The dominance drops because new money comes in and floods the other coins, which is making those coins for the total market cap have more in them, which drops BTC's value, while BTC doesn't lose any of their money, its money. That's what it did in 2017 on all three bursts. And I think I even went back to the 2015 end of that burst. So I respectfully, I shouldn't say that I disagree because I don't know probably exactly the angle. But if you look at it from what I've seen, is I've seen new money come in, and it wasn't FOMO because let's be real. Do the masses know about two-factor authorization? Do they know how to even buy this stuff? It's very hard for them to. I have to teach my friends like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do? Like, it's not easy. So there is no, like, they could broadcast XRP on the news right now and no one will really know how to buy it. They'll go to Coinbase is the easiest way probably for the USA. They'll try to set up an account and they'll have some delays probably getting their money in. They're going to be taking pictures with their ID in their hand and a piece of paper. Like, they're going to be sketched. Like, it's going to be
about that. That's true. Like, even if the world was to know right now and, the world was to hear about this, XRP, and the world was about to FOMO, if they try to shoot to Coinbase, it would be a couple of difficulties to purchase early. That's why, guys, you want to get your ducks in order, just like Big BG said. That's for sure. But
I've seen it. My buddy bought. He tried to get in before the third burst in 2017. When he got in? He got in on January 6th, 2018, and dumped probably $20,000 in Ripple. You want to know what price that was probably at? $3.25.
Goodness gracious! So you're saying pretty much right after that, that's when it's he dumped in and then it dumped on him.
He was trying to hurry. He's like, man, Coinbase is taking forever, man. I sent this in and it's taking forever. And those exchanges were lagging then too.
Oh, believe it or not, that's one thing, guys. And I've been telling everybody that. And I'm so glad you brought that up. That's one thing people don't realize. They think, oh, I'm going to wait till the last minute and I'm just going to jump in and FOMO in. Believe it or not, guys, during the last run up, you could not. For one thing, you remember when exchanges stopped registration?
Yes, I was going to say that.
You could not register in exchanges. They all suspended registrations because everybody was trying to get within exchange. And then a lot of time, even if you tried to put an order through, it would spin like it was the 80s as far as like loading. Your orders would not fill. And as far as selling too, like you couldn't sell, you couldn't. Matter of fact, that might be another reason why they're taking so long to get things together so, they can be more equipped. But anyway, guys, you want to be ready ahead of time. And that's one reason kind of like we wanted to highlight the 10-day span because guess what, guys? In that 10-day span, don't try to jump on. It's going to be too late. And and then also basically, guys, as far as getting with an exchange you trust and being prepared and ready, that is for sure. There's one more thing. Shout out to Camo Ammo. He says, what up, CKJ? What up, Mr. Level Up? Time to burst, baby. I can tell you one thing, Level Up. We got an amazing family in the XRP community. This is the most outgoing, bullish family here. That's for sure. I can't thank you guys enough. We got Mr. Level Up on the show. GXRP Perez. We need a trio with Venture as well. Whoa. That would be epic. That would be epic. Believe it or not, because Mr. Level Up, you said you're in real estate too, right?
Yeah, I've been doing it for about 16 years. Started at 21, really. I flipped my first house then.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, Mr. Level Up is in real estate. He's an author. He basically, one thing I kind of liked about him is he says, well, I won't say if I liked or disliked, but he basically said that, because I was like, do you do technical analysis or do you do patterns or, historical chart, like reading like that? He basically says, he does TA2, but I believe it's more like towards the pattern of the historic. I'm probably going to butcher it, guys. I apologize. But as far as the pattern, basically history repeats itself. And I truly do believe that. And he says burst incoming. Guess what? I truly do believe that too. That's for sure. Explosive show. Thank you so much, Marissa. I appreciate that. XRP Gator, burst incoming. You guys are amazing. That's for sure. So tell us about really quick, you said you had an exit plan video.
Yeah, that exit plan video.
That video did really well. You know, the thing
It
was,
did, and I had a lot of people request me about it, and I blew it off for a little bit. I didn't say I blew it off. I just didn't get around to it. And then I'm like, you know what, man, they've been asking for it. Let me go ahead and do that. So I before I did it, I sat down, I analyzed them. Like I need to do it anyways for myself. You know, I know the burst is coming, so I need to be prepared. So I'm like, let me just sit down and analyze this thing and put some good thought in it. Bullish. You can interrupt at any time or burst, right? So I really broke it down to this. I'm like, look, I'm a pattern guy. That's all I look at, really. I like the news. I think the news gets placed with the patterns. I think that there's already news and partnerships that we just don't know about. 400 customers that we probably didn't know about. You know what I mean? That's already taken place.
I think it's 400, man. I seen really quick tweet. They said that Brad tweeted that it was 400 employees. I think there's more to that. Why would Brad Growinghouse have to tweet, no, 400 employees? Because I think, you know what I think? And actually, me and Danny was talking on the phone earlier. Danny actually called me, guys, and was like, once that lady said 400, if you guys remember a couple of days ago, Ripple put out the 404 error message with Bearable Guy between the 404. And then the lady today said there's 400 customers.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Huh? Yeah.
I got it right here.
Exactly, right there, guys. What you guys think about that scenario? Ain't it kind of ironic or weird that just a couple days ago, Ripple Labs put out the 404 message with the bear in the middle. Now today, the lady announces 400 customers.
New customers, yeah. She says
think?
new customers. Just listen to it. Can you ask them? And I'm sure they can hear me. Does anybody have? Does Brad object after this? Because this, I mean, I don't know if you can hear it. I'm gonna play it.
Thank you. So congratulations on your 400 new customers. And
that's all it was. So does anybody have his reply to that? Does he object to that? Or does he just roll with it?
No, he doesn't. Guys, you heard that? Mr. Level Up had the clip ready. That lady said, congratulations on your I know you guys seen the tweet, Venture. I know you guys. He tweeted out 400 employees. He wanted to keep the controversy down. Huh? But come on now. 404 on the whip. That's why they did it, because they knew people was going to put that 2 and 2 together. Guys, exactly like Level Up said. Did he dispute that at all?
Yeah. If we could find that, that would shine some light. If he says, "Oh, it was actually 400, employees."
Later on Twitter. Okay, later on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if it's wrong, then that's cool. I just trying to find the truth, but that's all I got out of that clip.
Yeah, that's all I got too. Guys, I'll tell you one thing I got out of that clip really quick is you guys hear when he said Alex from MoneyGram called him and said, "Hey, what is the holdup? We're ready to move forward with ODL." On-demand liquidity. I thought of 2 things at that moment. The first thing I thought of is my brother Level Up talking about the XRP burst incoming, because they're ready to move forward with this ODL on-demand liquidity. And that's just amazing, man. What you think about that? Like, he said that MoneyGram is ready to move forward with ODL and opening up more corridors. Is that bullish or what, Level?
That's all, dude. You're hearing stuff like that. I mean, that's just paving. I'm an algo guy. I'm a pattern guy. That's just matching to what I see happening. So we want to see the price move. And when you have stuff like that you're telling me, and it's in line with what I see happening, then it just reinforces that it's happening. It's happening,
Damn right.
And Gordon, I don't know, Gordon Gecko, he just texted me right now. He's like, tell him 48 hours special edition.
Oh, Sir Gordon Gecko's the man. He's always here, big time supporter. You know Gordon Gecko?
He just texted me. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, shout out to Doggo too. I seen Doggo on your video earlier. Yeah, that's a common denominator. I love Doggo. He's a funny guy. Where is Doggo at?
I threw Doggo on my intro today. I was like, he's always in a good mood, man. He's always in a good, up spirit, man. Just always trying to have fun, man. And he's relentless on his Muno, Suno, Doggo. Yeah. He doesn't let that go. He sticks to his character.
Damn right. And I love that. That's what I'm saying. Because basically, even if somebody says something disrespectful to him, because, people are always so mean on social media. And he's like, Doggo will bite you.
Yeah. Doggo will bite, man.
Yeah, it's so funny. Shout out to XRP Gator. He says, just got the Level Up notification. Burst incoming. YouTube. Shout out to Gator. What up, Gator? Yeah, guys, guess what? Mr. Level Up has a YouTube channel also called, what's your YouTube channel called?
I just have it under Mr. Level Up. Made it pretty simple.
Okay, Mr. Level Up on YouTube, guys. And also he has a Twitter. I linked all that in the description. Huge thank you so much, XRP Snakebite. I really appreciate your contribution, bro. Can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Hold on. Hold on. I can feel it come. Damn right, guys. People say I get a little bit too excited.
You say that better than Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson kind of, on Hangover, if you remember, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Level Up, I got to ask you. They're like really flipping out about this question. They say, do you see a golden cross incoming?
A golden cross?
Yeah,
a
golden cross in the future. Is that what you said, Grimes?
I think it's on the one day. Here, I'll pull it up real quick.
What'd you say, Grimes? He says the pattern golden cross. He says CKJ asked Level Up about golden cross. I got you, Grimes. Thank you, bro. Huge shout out to N Grimes.
Yeah, it's on the one day. On the one day, it's on that's where it's gonna happen on the one day, and if I go to the 2 day, that'll be the later one that comes around. Yeah, so the 1 day is what we're approaching. We're approaching a golden cross on the 1 day.
Oh, but we're approaching the golden cross. So I guess everybody's saying that Brad Garlinghouse said he couldn't confirm that the 400 partnerships. But believe it or not, guys, guess what? 400 employees, that's still bullish. Because guess what? It started with what? 2 people? Like, one person. It started in one person's mind. And now it's 400 people later. That's like, whoa. What's gooseneck mean income? Are you saying something about gooseneck or something?
Yeah, it's a part of the pattern that I'm reading, and I just label it as a gooseneck because that's just the way I look. That's what I call it. So my followers, and when I'm talking, they know what I'm referring to because it's a part of the pattern. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what. And after the gooseneck forms, it's like this. There's the burst. The burst is what they know that if that happens, then it bursts because we've already did it a couple times.
Damn. Shout out to Cat Loves Dogs, GXRP. Sir Gordon Gecko showed up. So good to see you. Talk about the best way to cash out, exit strategies. Believe it or not, Bullish CEO, I'm going to have to I got to leave a little bit of suspense here for that. I can tell you one thing. I watched Level Up's exit strategy video. Link in the description for his YouTube channel. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed, guys. He did a hell of an exit strategy video. So, Bullish CEO, I'm so glad you asked that. That's for sure, my brother. Bullish CEO is like, damn, you got to check it out. Level Up, guess what, bro? We got 464 people here that came to see you.
I sent a tweet out. I was like, let me just tell them that I'm on with you. That's what I just did.
Oh, no wonder.
I don't know if it helped out.
Oh, no wonder. That's what I said. They came to see you, bro. They came to see you. That's for sure.
I forgot to tell you guys, I'm on CKJ show if you want to go. So they probably
some of them came over. Yeah. Oh, we got another question for you, bro.
Go
ahead. Jeffrey Pasco says, where do I get that shirt that Mr. Level Up has on? That's the first thing I said too.
Remember when I was telling you, when I would always get people to ask me, and this, I didn't make this, but on this website's called redbubble.com. And that's where you can go. And they ship international. So wherever you're at, it seems like they'll hit anywhere.
You don't actually have a merch store?
I don't have if I don't have this exact one, but if you typed in Mr. Level Up on Redbubble, you'll find my XRP Burst edition. Once again, I know me and you probably get when we create stuff, people think that we're trying to hustle.
That's a badass cup. Can you show them the other side of the cup?
Yeah, the other side is the XRP. So it's XRP, Burst edition 2019. That's kind of bold doing that, right? Everyone's like, oh, watch, it's not going to do it. You put it on your clowning on me. I'm like, that's fine. It's still good.
You got to be bullish. That's a badass cup.
Yeah. So I use it all the time, man. I like it. It's good.
Damn right.
But,
and guess what, Jeffrey? It was a Jeffrey, right? Jeffrey said, where can I get that shirt? Was it Jeffrey I said?
Yeah, Jeffrey. Redbubble.com.
Mr. Level Up says, check the store. Check his merch store tomorrow. That shirt will be up waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm going to make some cool stuff just to have, I buy it for myself anyways. There's something that you mentioned earlier, if you don't mind me just jumping back to it. You said that Ripple had only started with 2 employees. And that was back when it was called Ripple Labs, right? When they had the little the flask or whatever, the scientist. Did you ever see that?
That was their talking about. Yeah.
Right. And the coin wasn't even Ripple then. What was it? It was open coin.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm getting at that, if you looked, you probably know this, or maybe people do. You guys saw that Google was one of their first investors that was funding them.
Yeah, that's the first thing that got me bullish.
right? So do you know what happened after that? I went and did some more digging.
Nah, tell
So,
us in, my brother.
yeah. So I'm just a geek with this stuff, man. I'm always on the computer reading and researching. So I found some old information, some old articles when I was looking up Brad stuff with Dialpad Communications.
Okay.
And I found out, because San Francisco is where Ripple's headquarters is. I like to call it Silicon Valley in a way, even though Silicon's just south, which is, dude, that's where innovation is like, like that's the go-to, you know, in the world really for innovation. And
that's
even
what
Jack
I say all the time, man. I wish I lived in San Francisco.
Killing it over there, man. And it's crazy. I'll say something in a minute because I have friends over there and they don't even know about Ripple. But anyways, Ripple, I know where their office is over in San Fran in downtown. And
Okay.
5 minutes, if you walked out of the building and you walked around the corner down the street, you know who's right there next to them?
Who?
It's Coinbase.
Oh, yeah.
They're this close. Yeah, literally. You walk out. So I'm not saying they're in cahoots, but I'm sure Brad and Brian probably bump into each other at a coffee shop here and there. You know what I mean? So what I'm getting at is that they're near Silicon Valley. So what I found out is that the same angel investors that not only did Google invest in them and back in them. So you got Google backing Ripple software company and we're invested in XRP. Just think about how like you're making a wise decision.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to tell you these other investors that are backing Ripple too, that they're pushing on to go.
All lyric,
so
guys, we're getting some breadcrumbs tonight.
These other investors are the same investors that backed Airbnb. Where are they at today? Okay. Also, they backed Snapchat. Same investors that back Snapchat, backed Airbnb. They are backing Ripple. Okay. Same investors that helped Facebook get going. They are pushing on Ripple. Okay. And the last one, Coinbase. The same investors that are backing Coinbase are backing Ripple.
Yeah. No, I'm very familiar with that rabbit hole. That's one thing I've been telling people for a long time. Yeah, they're back. What up, G? Guys, I've been saying that for a long time. Ripple Labs and Coinbase on the same team all day long. Especially, you know, Coinbase went live with XRP international transfers. You can cash out through PayPal. Come to find out, they're using the same bank. I even take it a step farther. I think Coinbase is an X-Rapid partner.
I believe it, man.
I believe it big time. And actually, you touched on something, guys. I want to throw this in there too. Now, also, I've been doing a little bit of research too. I did a video about a month ago. You know, Binance US just moved to San Francisco. And basically, they're like a block from Ripple.
Oh, gosh, I didn't know that.
Walking distance. Binance US, guys, is walking distance from Ripple. Crypto Kylie's from Ripple, who runs Binance US. Guys, XRP is the standard. I'm telling you guys, they are killing it. San Fran visit in the winter. Love that building. My boy Level Up in the building. Yeah, Rexy Level Up is in the house.
What's up, brother?
Patel, good to see you, my brother. Crypto Savage came in late. When is the burst? Well, the topic of today's show, guys, bullish. And the burst can happen so fast, it can send us to an all-time high within 10 days, less than a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Depends, you know, how bullish you want to get.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's happening. It's typically happening from now till swell.
And, guys, we got over 400 and some people here. If you guys can smash a thumbs up and show some love, I really appreciate it. Follow the money. Tell them XRP Gator. That's for sure. So what else you want to touch on tonight, my brother?
Talked about that as well. Sorry, go ahead. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, we covered the swell. We covered, you know, that basically, so far, guys, we've covered that. The one thing I wanted to bring him on the show, guys, because he believes that, and I believe a lot of people believe this too, that XRP is going to burst. It's not going to crawl up gradually. It's going to shoot to 5, 10, 15. I even heard Level Up say something about January 2020, 70 or something. I don't know. We'll leave that for a different show.
Yeah, that's just a marker at that point. That at January, like I could go and tell everyone, hey, on this date, this is the top of the channel. So that's the top of the channel. So January 2020, if it did, I'm not saying it's getting to the top of the channel that quick. That's very quick. But if it did, it would hit $70 if it climbed to the top of the channel. And it's in the channel. So I expect it to eventually touch the top of the channel. So the longer it takes, the higher it's just going to be.
So no matter what, we're going to see 70 regardless.
Mm-hmm. No.
Because basically, guys, you hear what he just said? He said basically within the channel of the breakout, when it hits the top of this channel, I know y'all, we're going to leave the professionalism to him on this one. But basically, once it reaches that peak, guys, that's a peak of $70. And guess what? I still think it can do way better than that. Damn right. Some people say 2 digits. Some say 3. Some say, yeah. Shout out to Snakebite. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Danny Loft. I heard you make a mention of a third wave earlier. Are you applying the Elliott wave cycle theory? And what's your thoughts on the Chinese method of chart? What the hell, Danny? Danny's trying to go deep. Danny, you giving my guest a hard time, Danny?
Danny, I'm not familiar with the wave. I say the third burst, which is, but yeah, I'm not familiar. I know what Elliott waves theory is. I've never studied it. I don't really do normal TA, so I don't have to be honest, I'd be ignorant to that. I study algorithm and the cycle.
I got to give a huge shout out to Danny Loft. Danny Loft is like my #1 supporter on this channel. So, I got to play with him a little bit. But yeah, he basically said, I heard you mention the third wave earlier. Are you applying the Elliott wave cycle theory? And what's your thoughts on the Chinese method of charting and the Danny, you got to be playing with us, Danny.
I think he's playing with me, man. I love it. But I'm
Danny's poking at us. He said the chong. So he must be teaching and chonging or something. He's having a good time. Danny Loft, you're amazing, bro.
What's the market cap right now in Ripple? Ripple's market cap is what right now?
XRP bullish 589. Yeah, what is the market cap? Fill us in.
Tell me right now. I'm gonna pull it up real quick if no one gets it real quickly.
We got a lot of people here tonight. Wow, it was
15 billion around there.
I can't thank you enough for coming on, guys. If you don't know Mr. Level Up, like I said, I'll leave his YouTube information in the description and his Twitter information. He got some amazing videos I've seen. I went through them. He had the exit strategy done really well. If the video does really well, then he must be saying some good stuff. He got a lot of good stuff on his channel, guys. I think I think he's definitely worth giving a subscribe to and a follow. You won't be disappointed. That's for sure.
I just want to let everybody know, like, I don't know, we have our haters and stuff. Some people don't like me, they don't like you, whether they just don't like the way I act, my personality, maybe they think I'm a scammer or whatever. I mean, I think I don't want anything from anybody. I forget what I was getting at with that, but I just got my brain went blank. Anyways.
Oh man, that's something normal. Man, I remember when I first got in crypto, they would throw the word scam around with XRP like it was normal. You know, the thing is, man, when you're out there trying to make a difference, we're not perfect. We're human. We're calling this. We're digging for that. We're predicting. We're speculating. This is the internet of value. Just like Brad Growinghouse said earlier, he made a hell of a point, guys. We are all, what the hell did he say? We are all, oh yeah, he said we are all entrepreneurs. This is a brand new entity, the internet of value. Like, this is brand new, guys. Sky is the limit. He said we're building something new. And then he even said advice to all builders out there in blockchain: stay focused. This opportunity is massive. I mean, BG was killing it today. But yeah, I don't really sweat the, some people are going to love you, some are going to hate you. I guess that comes with social media. But as long as we got Farshad Rahani here and GXRP and the XRP pioneers, we're good.
That's what I was going to say, that you didn't have to, that's where I was getting at, is that you didn't have to like have me on your show. You don't have to, show your followers to me and stuff. You know what I mean? That's why I just wanted to point that out, is like, you didn't, like, this wasn't like set up. You're like, hey, what's up, man? How you been? Hey, would you want to go on a show with me? You don't have to do this. Like, you're actually kind of, I mean, not that I'm trying to like, be this big, internet guy, but you didn't have to do this, is what I was saying. So I just want to say thank you, because that's really nice of you, because you didn't have to do this. And that's you just say, hey, man. Like, I'm sure you like the content and stuff, but like, you didn't have to connect me to some of your followers. And I just want to say thank you. I think that's really cool. That's what I was getting. My brain went blank for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, thank you so much for that, bro. Like, one thing about my show, man, is I truly believe teamwork makes the dream work. Like, I love having people come on the show. I had Venture come on the show the other day. I'm trying to get Venture back on the show real soon. Maybe this Tuesday coming up if he got time. That's what it's all about, man. Like, teamwork makes the dream work. There's so many people out here. You're real good with the patterns and charts. You're bullish as hell. I like bullishness. We all bring something different to the table. Bearable Guy, he brings something. Mr. Level Up brings something. Danny brings something. Oh, thank you so much, M. Grimes. I appreciate that. Teamwork makes the dream work. What up, XRP Chicago? Farshad. Yeah, guys, and that's one thing I was saying, Level Up, is that's what's amazing about crypto. We got all nationalities, all races, every state, every country. It doesn't matter your religion, your race, whatever. In the internet of value, we are all awake. We've had that light bulb moment, and we understand the potential in XRP and the internet of value, and we're pumped up.
Yeah, man.
Damn right,
I'm right there
Terrence
with
Brown
you, bro.
said, I love Level Up. What'd you say, bro?
Oh, Terrence Brown, I love that guy, man.
Oh, you know Terrence
He's
too? Oh,
yeah,
Terrence is the man.
I love him, man. Good, he's good. I can tell who I connect with, like who are like good vibes and we're vibing and stuff. Just I like to connect with people that are on the same level and just healthy minds, man, that get it. Like, look, man. At first, once again, like I was like looked at as some guy was like, oh, we need to call the police on you and stuff. I'm like, whoa, like what? Like I was having some crazy stuff, man. And I'm just like, dude, I'm just showing something. Like, just relax. So, anyways. Yeah, those guys have been really cool to me, man. There's a lot of good people I've connected with, and that's who I want to connect with. I don't care if there's 100 followers I have. If they're cool people, that's what I like. I want to be around cool. I want to be, dude, because I'm trying to grow, man. We're trying to grow here. The human wants to feel good, right? That's the ultimate goal of the human. The human wants to feel good. It wants to feel a positive feeling. The people that are not are obviously miserable. They don't know how to handle it. So I'm like, well, I don't want to hang out there. I want to hang out with, because I want to feel good. I want to grow. The world wants to grow. Trees growing, whatever. So I like connecting with people like that. So if you're toxic, I got to shut you down, man, until you can figure it out.
And that's one thing I told you about my stream before you came in here. I said, dude, trust me, we got the most mature stream here. I've seen other streams where they come in there trolling fake names. Other content creators let people come in there with fake names. We don't do none of that stuff here. We got the most respectful, mature crypto pioneers in the world right here. That's for sure. That's why I love XRP After Dark. Huge shout out to Brian Marshall, CKJ, Blockchain, Monkeys, next guest. I actually love the way that sounds, bro. Brian Marshall, I'll definitely look into that. I love Blockchain Monkeys. Holy moly. My brother Farshad with the contribution. Thank you so much, Farshad. I love you, Farshad. Just finished watching Notorious show, now your show. It can't get better than this. Thank you both. Huge shout out to Farshad and huge shout out to Notorious. Where's Notorious been at? Buckle up. It's a hell of a ride. Notorious is the man. Thank you so much, Farshad. I appreciate that. Danny, what do you think of the climate? Danny, you're nuts, Danny. Oh, man. CKJ, my dude. Level Up. What you got? Oh, AKA Action. I like his attitude. Yeah, actually, Mr. Level Up is a cool-ass dude. He actually caught me off guard. I didn't know how we was going to click at first because you never really know how you're going to click with somebody. And then you bring him on the show, and then you're like, whoa, okay, he's a cool dude.
Likewise, man. Likewise. It seems like it's easy to talk to you, and we can flow pretty well. So that's cool. We're on the same vibration and stuff. But there's one last thing. I mean, I don't know what else you have, but I was going to say about the Ripple market cap right now is what, 11.8? It's like $12 billion, right?
Yeah, Danny said it was 11.8 billion or something like that.
Just repeat, when you repeat that and you think about that, 11.8 billion. Do you know how small that is? And you're here, and I'm here, and I'm invested in XRP, and there's only $11.8 billion.
Wow.
In the market cap. Well, this is a global thing. One guy, Jeff Bezos, has that in his couch. I'm being serious. Like one person has. That's why, in another way, it's like, look, it's controlled. They need to control it and stuff because like that's very small. And when it does burst up, they can because I feel the elites connected to it. They'll just new money will come in and they'll paint the picture of here's why. That's fine. Swell has this big announcement. That's cool. Now all this money comes flowing in, which was going to go anyways. They're just timing it. They have to. It's controlled. And that's the reason why all this money's coming in.
Wow.
And it's only $11.8 billion. That's nothing. That is nothing.
Think about that, guys. That's amazing. If you really think about that, that's like really, I never thought about that, guys. Just think about that. $11 billion. That's it. And this is a global movement. That's what I think, that's why, like I say, guys, we got like I told people, like, I watched Joe Rogan, I don't know, about 2 months ago, and he like really just made me decide to be way more bullish because he didn't hold back his feelings or how excited he was about things. Like he's being himself, and this is one thing I think the potential of XRP. I really do believe it has the potential to change lives, and you know why? Because guess what? It already has. Look at our new brother right now, Mr. Level Up. Danny's here. Shane Robinson says, I love haters. They motivate me. I will splash them when I drive by. Tell him, Shane. But yeah, guys, this is like we're a family now. We got people all across the globe. Like, come on, guys. This many people ain't crazy. We got from the walks of like venture, venture businessman, older, wisdom, down to Level Up. He's been in real estate 20 years damn near, you know, all the way down to CKJ, who, you know, he's trying to get it together. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, guys, I think we all can feel this opportunity, guys. I think this is a life-changing opportunity, and we're bullish. Tell him, Jay Kills. Oh, Danny Loft. We should have a contest. Everyone guess how many piles of XRP are between Ripple and Coinbase. Where's that? Guess how many piles? Oh, okay. He's saying how many piles of poop he stepped in. Everybody's saying that. Do they have a bad dog problem in San Francisco or something? He said, how many piles of poop you stepped in from walking from Ripple to Coinbase? Everybody says the streets of San Francisco to fill with dog poop.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Oh, you heard that too?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Oh, man, you guys. We're your family. Tell him for a shot. There was like one more comment I wanted to read up here real quick too. Shane Robinson, real quick. We're going to get out here shortly, guys. XRP Lifestyle, CKJ as real as they come. John Edwards, Level Up is smashing it. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Yes, this is my dude, XRP Lifestyle. Yeah, they love you, bro. You're definitely a good dude, that's for sure. We are bullish. Ducky McScrooge. You guys are amazing. That's for sure. Guys, we had a special guest on the show tonight, Mr. Level Up. He has a hell of a YouTube channel, Twitter. He's bullish as hell. Is there anything you want to say or add to the XRP community before we get out of here in a few minutes? The floor is yours, bro. Whatever you want to talk about.
Whatever I want to say. Man, I think I covered everything, man. You allowed me to, as you were talking, I was thinking of everything, and that was pretty much everything I wanted to kick out and go over, because you know what, it's not me just how I feel. It's literally, it's research. So it's research and data backing, hey, this is why I think this is going to happen. So it's not just, you know, some BS is I guess what I'm getting at. It's actually, wow, this guy actually spent a lot of time, figured this out, connected all this information together. And I want everyone to know, like, you made a wise decision. I don't know who you all are, if you're the chosen ones, but if I look at that sometimes, I'm like, these people are like almost like the chosen ones, because there's a lot of like, here's a perfect example. My mentor, multimillionaire, mentored me at a young age when I was 19. I'm business partners with him now on a real estate company. I was telling him multiple times to buy XRP, and he's been pushing it aside because his stock guy, and I was like, your stock guy's an idiot. I was like, he's an idiot. He's hurting you. He doesn't know. And he's like, no, he says, no, stay away from that stuff. I'm like, they don't know what they're talking about, man. They're not, you're listening to somebody that didn't do any research. So anyways, this is what happened. Time's been going on. He ends up calling me the other day. He's like, hey man, I got a question for you. He's like, I ran into another guy. This is what had to happen. Some millionaire that he does business with. And I was talking to this guy, and he's, you know, he's a pretty wealthy guy, and I trust, you know, he makes wise moves. And he told me he was real big into crypto. So now, after I've been telling this guy, because he just didn't feel that I knew what I was doing. He just thought I was crazy. And even admitted that. He's like, I'm crazy. He's like, I just thought you were crazy. I'm like, no, I did massive research. Like, it's a great opportunity. Exactly. I'm like, so I have friends sometimes, they're buying boats. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you throw 10 grand at some old boat? Throw it at XRP.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
like, anyway, I just wanted to leave off on that. I actually have a lot of people around me that I'm just like, I guess they're not the chosen ones. So congratulations, you guys are the chosen ones.
Believe it or not, I say that all the time. One thing I tell people, guys, is the crypto gods have shined on us big time. We are here with the opportunity in crypto, in XRP, and we still have an opportunity to get 4 for $1. We're not financial advisors. We're documenting the great wealth transfer. But I want to go off what Level Up said real quick is, and we both talked about this before the stream, like as far as I made a decision to be more bullish, because it's not because I'm decided, I'm going to be more hype. No, it's because XRP has me hype. I see the potential. I see Brad Garlinghouse. And it's the same thing with Level Up. He's just not saying, oh, it's possible that XRP is going to shoot to its all-time high in 10 days. He's done his homework. He's read the patterns. He's looked at the patterns. He studies numbers. Like, this is what he believes, you know.
Right.
He's back on what he believes.
I did my own research.
Yeah.
You know,
do your own research.
Yeah, I did my own research, and I'm actually sharing my research. You know, and you don't have to believe it. You can investigate my research. Is what it goes back to holding yourself accountable. Don't think that you're getting people to FOMO in, or if anybody is, it's Ripple, right? Ripple's getting all these partners and customers and talking to Trump administration. If you really think about it, is it really us?
No,
yeah. Go one step. If Ripple's so great of a company, and we see what they're doing and we see who's connected and we're apart. We're just over here reading it and watching it and distributing it. And then somebody will look at us and be like, oh, he's causing people to buy in and stuff and they're losing money. I'm like, well, hold on. Are they losing money? Because if this thing bursts, which it's going to burst, can I get the credit? Can we get the credit for
oh, yeah, you're right about that. Exactly.
You know,
as soon as it takes off, they ain't gonna notice.
I'm trying to be nice about it, but let's be real, man. Everyone's got to hold themselves accountable, man. The person in the mirror is going to solve all your problems. And if you have, that's where you have to go every time. You have to go to the person in the mirror. So if you're wherever you are in life, I don't know. I mean, you could probably agree with me. We put ourselves there. I put myself here. So if I'm struggling, it's not that person or that person. It's me. I made decisions in life that put me here. And that's what I have to, you know what, man, ever since I started being the guy that held myself accountable, because I read a ton of books, there's a bunch of books right here, my life got better. And I guess I'm a kind of a motivational guy because I read a lot. I just want to pass that on to people, is that when you start saying, you know what, man, I need to start, holding myself accountable and knowing that I am where I am so then that'll cause you to work on yourself as a human being to become and you'll become more successful. You'll find love. You'll get better health. You'll start traveling more. You'll make more friends. You'll feel better because at the end of the day, the human wants to feel good. Yeah. And all those things will lead you to that. So health, wealth, love, fulfillment, work on those pillars and you'll actually improve your life.
Damn, Mr. Level Up took it to the next level before we got out of here. He took it to the next level. Nah, but he did say something amazing. Shout out to Christopher. Honest truth, self-love. Nah, you did say something that kind of caught me off guard. He said, if you want to fix all your problems, start with the man in the... How'd you say that? Start with the man in the mirror? What'd you say?
Yeah, just the person in the mirror, because that's where you're going to solve it. You have the ability to change your life, to make your life better. You do,
Wow, the person in the
mirror.
Work
on yourself, man. Dude, I don't know where everyone's starting point is. My starting point wasn't good. There was a time I almost died. Like I'm not supposed to be here. Like I thought I was dead. I stopped eating for about 3 days. Doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I went to bed one night thinking I was going to die. What did I have to do? I had to do research and dig myself out of the hole, man, and figure it out. It sucked, man. It sucked. So I've been through some hardships while everybody else has, man. And that's just, you have the ability, and I feel like life does that to make you grow, to make you better. Life wants you to grow. And if you respond properly to life, you're going to win. You're going to win. If you respond properly to people and you treat people good, you're going to win. And I don't understand why once people start seeing that, man, your life's going to get better, man.
Whoa. Level Up's going deep on us. So it seems like to me, guys, guess what? You definitely, and I seen somebody tweeting or in here in the message say, Mr. Level Up, he does do a lot of stuff on Twitter. I have seen him. He's really heavy on Twitter. But like I said, guys, his Twitter link is in the description and his YouTube link is in the description. And he got some really good video, guys. You won't be disappointed. Joe Cannon, my brother. Thank you so much, Joe. And I love that name, Joe. You got a cool name. Hey, Chris. Work's paying off. Lots of us thank you. So I guess he's talking to you, right? Hey, Chris, work's paying off.
That's Joe Cannon. His name's Joe Cannon, right?
Yeah, Joe Cannon. You know Joe Cannon?
I know him personally.
Oh, you know Joe Cannon personally?
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
Oh, is he?
I think that's who that is. Yeah, because there's not many Joe. I'm assuming that's him.
No, that's him. That's Joe Cannon. That's for sure. Joe Cannon, my brother.
He's a good dude. He busts my balls every now and again, but he's a good dude, man. He's a good person. He fights for the good in the world, and man, he's all about XRP. He's all about XRP.
I think everybody can see what XRP is gonna do. It's gonna change. One drop will monsoon. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. GXRP Perez, we are all winners. Joe Cannon. I subscribed. Epic show, guys. Thank you so much. MBK Level Up is official 100. If MBK says Level Up is official, then Level Up is official. That's for sure. Joe Cannon, haha, he's on the spot. I think there's like an inside thing there too. Work's paying off. Something going on there. Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think he might be throwing a dig. What he's doing. Yeah, he's been working hard, I think so.
BC says, great guest, CKJ. Thank you so much. Jay Currency, so good to see you, Jay. Have a good night. GXRP Perez, like minds. XRP Lifestyle, good to see you too, bro. Thank you so much. AKA Action, always good to see you, my brother. He says, I'm going to get rich and I'm going to change the world with my music. Guess what, AK? I know you are, my brother, because that brother there, he's confident. Case, this is going down in history. Great show stream. Kurt's son. Let me see. XRP the future. Danny Loft. Guys, don't forget. Link in the description. Show some love to Level Up's channel. Thank you guys so much. King Blue is a legend. Yeet, GXRP, BC Matrix, Precision Beats, Currency, Edwards, Thomas, Handle, Jeff, XRP. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all heard it here first. Level Up said within a 10-day span, we can reach our all-time high. XRP going to the woo!